Hey guys, what's up? It's John here with Malevolent. Want to do a quick deck profile for what I played at locals yesterday. Ended up getting second, playing Memento Fiendsmith. I think it's kind of a cool deck. One of the better, like, I don't know if I'd call it rogue, maybe like tier 2 strategies. It's pretty fun because it kind of reminds me of like when the Fiendsmiths first came out, how all the decks were like combo decks that you could bridge Engraver into the actual engine. A lot of them with Beatrice, but you can still do it with this deck. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it performed pretty well at locals. I was undefeated until the last round, and I lost in the finals. And I actually played against just like only meta, so it's a pretty good gauge of how the deck is. I played 2 Blue Eyes, 2 Malice, and a Ryziel. So yeah, I lost to a Malice the last round, beat everyone else. Pretty cool deck. Lot of gas. It does kind of suffer from Abyss Dweller and Shifter. If those cards get addressed at some point, maybe, on the next ban list, people have floated the idea of those cards getting hit, then this deck could be an even better contender. But yeah, it's very fun. So here's the list. 3 Anguich, 3 of the Horse. I'm going to assume you know what all these cards do for this profile, because if I don't, then the profile would be like insanely long because there's so many like one-ofs. You play like every Memento, at least at one, I think. 2 Goblin. I play 2 because I play the Goblin Biker card. So you want to make sure you have 1 in deck. But then also it's a pretty good starter. 1 Darkblade. I only play 1 to keep the deck count low. And I felt like I didn't want to get clogged on normal summons, and it's also really weak into Fua. So yeah, I just decided to play 1 Mace, 1 Akihiron, 1 Sleepy, 1 Gaddock, 1 Trihorn, and 1 Combined Creation. Yeah, not much to say. I do think that I played this deck early on when it came out, and I do really like now that there's so many of the cards are just 1-card combos. Like, all these are 1-card combos on their own. These 5 are not. They're all kind of engine requirements, but you kind of have to play them. You could maybe get away with like not playing Trihorn, but I do like that card a lot. For the engine spells and traps, we have 3 Bone Party. One frustrating part about this deck is just drawing Bone Party or like the Goblin Biker card without a way to like trigger them. Like you don't draw Memento, or you draw like all spells and traps with this. It's really annoying. But it does happen, surprisingly. You would think it wouldn't, but it does. Yep, just 2 of these because I think it's a bit weaker, but it is nice to play around like your stuff getting impermed and stuff like that. And then also, even if you just have to normal hand trap and then use this, it is combo. Even without your normal summon. 2 Fusion, 3 seem to be a bit bricky. The card's really broken, but you don't want to open it without a way to play, then it's just pretty bricky. There were a lot of times today where I would just get stopped and then just set this and use it to make Guardian Chimera, and it's pretty good. Definitely a fan of that card. 1 of the Field Spell. 1 Fracture Dance. I played this over Cranium Burst because I side thrust and I wanted to be able to set it. At first I just wasn't even going to play any of these because I don't think you need a trap. It's kind of overkill. Your board's so good anyway. But I decided to play the Fracture Dance just so I can set off thrust. Make my board even more unbreakably good. 3 Engraver, 1 Lurie, 1 Lacrima, 1 Tract. I didn't play the trap card because I figured I was just going to be using the Engraver to just use it as gas to keep extending. I didn't think I was going to be doing like, Caesar with trap set up, engrave, and pass, but there were like 2 or 3 times today where I got stopped and I actually wish I had the trap, so I'd probably play it going forward, even though I don't love the idea of playing more bricks. 3 Fua. This is a non-engine now. 3 Ash, basically 4 of their Mulch Armies. 3 Imperm, so that I can stop the duo basically, or use it as a board breaker. I played Bestials, just 2. I just really like the idea of like Magnuma search Trihorn if you're holding like a dead bone party or something, but it might be too cute. Might cut it. And then just 1 talents for the sided thrust. I'm on 42 cards. This deck has like a huge amount of engine requirements. Like you could cut down, a lot of times when I was siding, I'd take out like a couple of these in a goblin or something. You could just cut those all together, but I do think they help. So it's like your deck just has a ton of engine requirements, so you can't really play that many non-engine. Like I said, I'm on 42 cards. I was thinking about bumping it to 45 and just playing another playset of non-engine, like droplets or something, but I wanted to kind of keep the deck slim. For extra, we have 2 of the Creation King, so that you can make 1 and then send the other. 1 Trihorned. This was enough. I never missed any, you know, sometimes you see like 3 and 2 or something. I never missed that. 1 Chimera. That came up a lot. It was very good. Let's see. A couple free agent cards, IP and SP. You really just want to get to some sort of installation before you drop the combined creation. And so a lot of times you can like make SP and then drop them, so if they nib, then you can at least banish them. The rest of the cards are kind of tied to the Fiendsmith package, to be honest. Basically, the way Engraver works is you have Cross Sheep and Aerial Leader. And so what you do is, if you just open Engraver, you can go, you know, Tracts, Requiem, Lacrima, Engraver, and you make Sequence. And then Sequence can fuse for Aerial Leader, and you keep double Engraver engrave. And then Aerial Leader dumps Goblin, Memento Goblin. And then these 2 link into Cross Sheep. And then you banish the Engravers to summon back Aerial Leader to Cross Sheep's point. And then Cross Sheep will trigger to bring back Goblin. And then you can, you know, start playing. You even have your normal summon if you do it like that. So you can, you know, send Anguish and add it back and normal it. It's kind of cool. Other Fiendsmith cards. Got Necroquip, Desiree, Wave High King, Moon, Requiem, and Abao. The combo I was doing was, if I opened just Anguish, then I would go, my end board was Abao, Caesar, Combined Creation, Creation King, and the Trap card. And so it's like a really unbreakable board. But I like Abao because you can, it's a point to, another point to force a nib. Like you make it and then use its effect to bring a card back. And they're kind of, their hand is a little bit forced there, because if they don't, then you know, save this for their turn. But yeah, basically the way I was doing it was using this to bring back a 6, and then you make Caesar after that. But yeah, if they nib you there, you can definitely keep playing and summon creation, combined creation and such. I decided to go with, for the side deck, just kind of more high impact hand traps, because since I don't have a ton of space for non-engine, I can't really afford my like 1 hand trap to not do that much. So I played all these. Like I said, I played Thrust, and Duster for like Blue Eyes and Ryziel and stuff to search, and then Debarrier and Sanctum for when you go first to set against Ryziel and Malice respectively. So yeah, that's the deck. I think it's pretty good. Definitely like strong tier 2 or rogue. It's a lot of fun too. It has a ton of moving pieces, and a lot of people don't know what your cards do. It's pretty fun. So yeah, that's the deck. Thanks for watching.